Okay, I'm not shocked by what happened, but I am very shocked that this shocked anyone.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, guys. So at this point, I'm considered the Dejounte Murray hater, and I know that I've been considered this several years now because I have criticized him even when he was on the San Antonio Spurs with some of his behavior off the court. That a lot of people, you know, specifically Spurs fans, didn't really like care about, and then those who didn't follow the Spurs, which is most people, didn't care either. But this right here, this is just absolutely ridiculous, but I'm not shocked at it whatsoever. So before we get started, if you guys want to support the channel, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, got merch below. So yeah, support your boy, just click the link. It's dope. All right, so let's just go through this clip really fast, but then I'm gonna just bring up some things because I don't see how anyone on the internet will be shocked by this at this point. So as we can see here, Dejounte Murray just completely attempts to intimidate the ref, basically because they lost. I don't care what anyone says. But what is that? And you can hear some of the Hawks fans actually like that. Like, what do you do you say to him? Like, what is that? So if you guys don't know, this is an easy, and I mean easy, 1-game suspension. I do not expect him to play in Game 5 after this. Once more. What is that? Look how close he got to him. What is that? You trying to punk out a... What is that, man? This is absolutely ridiculous. This is silly. And I know some people have brought up the Tatum thing, and it's like, yeah, okay, two wrongs don't make a right here, man. This is awful right here. I don't know what to tell you. Now, with that being said, this is nothing new. If you guys been watching the series at all, even this right here was unnecessary. So as you guys know, and I think this is directly from Ty Yeager and then people like myself on Spurs Twitter, constantly bringing up how much we love Derek White. But this right here, as you can see here, he hit a shot. Derek White was on him. And after he hit it, he pointed him down. Just so unnecessary, so silly. I'm shocked that they used to be teammates. Now, I know that a lot of people will say, hey man, that's just that competitive edge, man. What's the big deal with that? It's not just this, it's the accumulation of so many different things. I've already done a video with so much crap, okay, that DJ has done in the past that's very frustrating. Now I know that really quickly before we get into some of the other stuff, the Spurs won this trade. I mean easily. I said it, my boy Swish Hill said it. Like it's easily the San Antonio Spurs won this trade. When as soon as I saw the deal, I was like, they gave up way too much for Dejounte Murray. Not saying he's a bad player, not saying that you don't need to give up some picks for Dejounte Murray, not saying any of that, but what they gave up was what you give up for a superstar. And we all knew, at least Spurs fans, if you've been paying attention, that he's not a superstar and he wasn't going to be a superstar, and he can't be the #1 option on the team. And I'm not even completely convinced that he could be the 2nd option on a championship caliber team, maybe a 3rd option on a championship caliber team. But this right here, I just thought it was really silly, and you can see my great take here. That's crazy, Derek in 5, which is gonna happen. Now there's the thing though, like this type of behavior, it's silly, it's outrageous. Most people, at least the fans' reaction, at least on Twitter, that is, obviously Spurs fans were angry, but there's a lot of people that aren't even Spurs fans bringing up, oh, Spurs fleeced and ran. There's constantly people just like, why bro always mad? See, people are starting not to like care for him. And that's another thing too. DJ can't really decide between if he's going to be like the nasty tough guy like Dylan Brooks type player, or is he going to be someone that you do relate to and someone that you do root for. It's very strange what he does often, but this is nothing new. Even in the offseason, as soon as he left San Antonio, you had things like this going on. Nasty, by the way, but what is this? Like, what is that? Like what is that? He was trying to punk Banchero like that entire game, and then went directly to Instagram and started talking crap to him, and Banchero was pretty mature about the whole thing. And then this with somebody who literally works like a 9 to 5. Like what is that? It's just silly. And I know a lot of people brought up, man, hey man, that's just street ball, that's just how it goes. But it's like, you can't find another clip of a NBA player doing this. It just doesn't happen. At the end of the day, and I'm gonna say this with all the honesty in the world, and I know coming from me is gonna come across as really biased, which to an extent it is, because I've kept up with them for so long. But I really do believe this. I think Dejounte Murray is just a bully. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and that's just like left field. What are you talking about, a bully? But I don't know if you guys recall, but like years back, I did a video in which it was like some stuff going on between him and his dad. And one thing that his dad brought up at the time, which I know this is like dirty laundry or whatever, but I think it will explain some of this behavior too, is he said that Dejounte Murray in school used to be a bully. Like, he used to steal lunch money, like he would steal like other kids' things. Like, he was just a bully growing up. And I'm sure that there's lots of different underlying issues on why that was the case, but I really do believe since leaving San Antonio, a lot of those tendencies that he might have used to have are starting to bleed through like tremendously. So I think that that's part of what we're seeing, and why something like this just looks so off. It's bully behavior. Like, it's silly. It's just silly. So I don't know, those are my thoughts on it. I suspect that he'll get suspended a game. I know people brought up the Tatum thing. I know some people said there's a big difference. I don't know if there's a huge difference. You can tell me in the comments if you think there's a big difference. I will say that, the league is being quite a bit of a hypocrite if Dejounte Murray gets a 1-game suspension and Tatum doesn't. But then at the same time, I mean, this is continuous with Dejounte. I know he doesn't get in a lot of, and that's a good thing too, by the way. He doesn't get in a lot of trouble like off the court or anything like that. It's just so much petty, nasty behavior that I just don't like. I don't vibe with. And, you know, unlike someone like Dylan Brooks, who embraces the bully type role or the nastiness or his persona, I don't really feel like Dejounte does. He flip-flops often. It depends on who he's talking to, what type of answer you're gonna get. Very untrustworthy with that. And this right here, to me, is just absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, that's all I had to say. If you guys want to support the channel, as always, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description, or become a patron and YouTube member, only $2 per month. I appreciate all the love, and I'll give it to you guys later. Till next time, bye.